What's up guys, and welcome to my next generation controller video. In this video I want to talk to you about what we currently have for the PlayStation 3 in terms of controllers, and I want to talk to you about the possibilities of what may come with the announcement of from PlayStation on February the 20th. So let's look at what we have right here. This is my primary controller that I use, and this is my version of a SCUF controller. And actually this one, the camo and the red, are all my versions of SCUF controllers. This is an actual SCUF controller that I purchased for research and development, and I don't even use it. It's just kind of hanging out. But this is it. It comes with the paddles on it, and there's the void if removed sticker, because I went inside to see what was so special and found out there just wasn't really anything. So it's just a standard controller that I can use with my system that has the paddle shifters on the back of it. Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. I made my own versions. I initially started with this one, which I took the rumbles out of. You can pay SCUF to do that, but it's ridiculous what they charge to do it. I think it should be free one way or another. That's just my opinion. But this is one that I built without the rumbles. It is super light, and this is the one my nephew plays with the most. And I have the bigger buttons on the back versus the paddles. And the reason I'm showing you this, I'll get to it in a second, but as you can see, I've got buttons instead of paddles, and I've gotten a better hand location than I feel SCUF did. I think that, as I said in my SCUF video, these controllers were built with Xbox in mind, PlayStation as an afterthought, so the button location is not the best. Here, button location is great. I can hold on to everything and still squeeze my buttons no problem, and it just feels natural. I then went to adapt this particular controller. My nephew loves it because the buttons are loosened up now. At first they're a little stiff, but they still were a little stiff for me because I got older, slower fingers, and so I didn't want to have as much button pressure to make the button actuate to do the knifing or the jumping motion on the actual game. So I went with another design which is very similar, and is very similar to the actual SCUF controller setup. I left the rumble packs in this one just to see what the feeling difference would be, but instead of placing the buttons here, I placed them in that more natural position on the side shoulders. And these buttons, you hear, they take no pressure at all, and they work very well. So this was my first one that I did, and it works great. Love it. And I had been using it up until I fell in love with this clear blue PS3 controller that Walmart sells, and I decided to buy it because it was a little nostalgia, because I had one of these with my PlayStation 2, and I modified it the same exact way with the buttons. And this is my primary everyday Black Ops 2 SCUF version controller, and I love it. The reason I took you through all of that last 2.5-3 minutes of crap talking about controllers and the SCUF version is because I really believe on the next PlayStation and on the Xbox there will be some sort of button touch display or touch sensitivity on the back of the controllers where you can assign different movements, because that's what the gaming community wants. They want to be able to hit every button while holding on to the controller, like I can with this one. I can shoot, knife, aim, jump, throw grenades, and hit. I can hit all of those without taking any fingers off of any buttons. Before, if I wanted to knife, I had to go up here and do this. I can do it all now with both of my fingers on the analogs. I'm just having to switch my pointer fingers from L1 to L2 and vice versa for R1 and R2. So I think that PlayStation and Xbox to a great degree understand that SCUF controllers and controllers like them are huge sellers, and they want to implement that into the standard controller. So I think look for the next PlayStation controller and the next Xbox controller to have some sort of touch sensitivity or buttons on the rear, so that you can keep your hands planted regardless of what game you're playing. One other thing I didn't mention, and I know somebody will ask, on the two controllers that we play with the most, we do have the Control Freaks on here. So, and I think these are the CQCs. I forget exactly which one they are. I have to look and see, but if anybody wants to know. But yeah, I'm running that just because I like it. So, next point. Sorry, I just kind of go all over the place here. Let's talk about the front interface. This has been pretty much the style since the PlayStation 1, and I really like it. I love the form factor. I know a lot of Xbox guys don't really care for this form factor, but what they do like is these domed analogs, because they feel you can get better precision out of them. I kind of agree, but this is really all I'm very comfortable with. I can play on an Xbox, but I'm not really comfortable with the concave buttons, which are the ones that are recessed or sink in, kind of like this. But I don't have any issue with it on here, so I mean, it's just, I think it's player preference. As far as the select, the PS button and the start button goes, I'm hearing all sorts of rumors that this thing may be combined with the PlayStation Move, the newer PlayStation controller that's going to come out. I'm also hearing rumors that this will be touchscreen, kind of like the PSP, or their newest machine, the Vita or the Go, or however. Well, I think really the Vita, but it'll be like a touchscreen interface here, so you can text and do things. I actually like that idea. That'll take away some of the customability with the LEDs, but you won't need LEDs if you've got a big LED screen in here. Now, my issue with that is I don't know how they're going to comfortably seat an LED in here. It'll be kind of small and cumbersome, because I don't have the biggest hands, but I think that it's going to be hard pressed to get an LED screen in here on either controller, this or the Xbox controller. We'll just have to wait and see. But that would be cool if they could somehow implement that in, so you can text or do all kind of stuff, look at pictures, even have a smaller second screen. That though in return would bring the cost way up, because right now at $54 this controller is a little high, but not that high. I mean, if you're not working and you're a kid that's saving money, or you're a young person that is in college or something, you just don't really have $54 to blow like that. So I can imagine what a touchscreen version of this would cost. I'm thinking at least $100, could be more. We just have to wait and see if they even go that route. What's most interesting to me, and one of the things that I'm really hoping and crossing my fingers about, is if they will keep support for the older controllers, the legacy controllers with the newer system. And what I mean by that is hopefully I will be able to use a PlayStation 3 controller on the PlayStation 4. I will be able to use a modded Xbox controller, 360 controller on a 720. And the reason why I think that's so important is because people spend a ton of money on custom controllers. Even if you're not a serious gamer, if you're a semi-serious gamer, that'll be important to you, because you want to be able to get the most bang for your buck and continue using the controller you're most comfortable with. And if these immediately become obsolete, that's going to piss a lot of people off and suck. So maybe there will be some sort of backwards compatibility, at least for controllers. So if you still want to use your modded controller that does not have rapid fire and some of the stuff, but just has LEDs and has the SCUF setup, you'll be all right. Let me know what you guys think. I know this video is heavily geared towards talking about the PlayStation and PlayStation controllers, because that's what I build and that's what I can speak on, and I don't really like to speak on things that I don't really know about, and I don't know a lot about the architecture of the Xbox 360 controller. What I do know is that we'll find out some of this information on February the 20th when they drop when Sony drops some news, and I'm sure that sometime between then and E3 we'll hear some more about the 720 and any plans they may have for a controller redesign. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Please like this video if you enjoyed the conversation, and let me know what you think. Let me know if you build custom controllers, if you like custom controllers, and what your experience has been, and if you even want to change controllers, or if you think they should leave controllers the same when they go to the new systems. I'm all ears. Can't wait to hear from you. That's all I got for this one. Thanks again. Hit that like and subscribe button if you appreciate what's happening on this channel. And that's all I got. Peace.